See if any notifications go out. It should. I haven't been on here for a while. Oh yeah, here we go. Ralph, how you doing? I can't see, I can't see. I'm waiting for my computer to load me. Oops, let's go ahead and mute that. Whoops. There we go. Okay. I don't know why it takes so long for me to get a video over here. Give me 1 second. There I am. Chat should come up here in a minute. Yeah, I had the laptop all ready to go and everything, but it's taking its sweet time for the chat to come up. Let me blow this chat up, see if I can see it. First off, how's the stream doing? Sound okay? Video okay? What's up, Rodney? How you doing? Jeff? No, Jeff, you were third. Ralph was first. Rodney was second. Tater, how you doing? Okay, the chat came up finally. Oh, thank goodness. I hope it's not caught. It hasn't caught up yet. Yeah, Ralph, it's like 10 years old. Thing's ancient. Thing's ancient. Okay. Now it looks like we've caught up. It's caught up to itself. Now my laptop's showing that it's not got a good video. Is that the case? I'm doing good, Max. How you doing? What's the video like? Because if it's doing like on my laptop, it's video's so. Okay. Because on my laptop, the video is just trash. But even when I got a good connection, it looks trashed. What's up, loaded trucker? Not much. I just got to my 90 and I called them earlier and they have, they're like, oh, this is an industrial area, so you can park on the street because they don't even open till 6 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, I don't even need to be there. Can't even go in till 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay, I'll try not to move, Jeff. I'll sit still. The video is laggy, huh? Video and audio. Okay, so I guess it probably depends on what you're watching it on and how well the processor is. But really, we don't even need a video as long as the sound's good and as long as the chat moves. Yes, I'm in Colorado, man, and during I came up from the south, the 25 out of the 87 to the 25 out of New Mexico. In New Mexico, it snowed a little bit, but it was too warm for it to stick. And then in Colorado, it snowed really hard, but it was too warm for it to stick. So all in all, it wasn't bad. It is, Carla. Where I'm at now, I mean, it's like 38 degrees here. No snow, thank goodness. I'm good, William. I'm good. So I figured, I was gonna just jump in bed. I was like, you know what? Let me just come on here for a minute, see how everyone's doing. Which one of you SOBs blocked me over on chat side? That's what I really want to know. Who do I owe the pleasure of blocking me? Not once, not twice, but 3 times, or maybe even 4. Maybe even 4 times. When you guys stop talking, it worries me. It makes me think I lost you. I like that I lost the connection. There you are. Why would they do that? Well, Carla, I think it was. I'm sure it was just a joke, because Chad was giving everybody wrenches, and I popped in just to say hey real quick because I was driving and I stopped. I stopped. I forget what I did. I think I grabbed something to eat, and I just said hey. And when I went to type my next thing in, I noticed you've been put on timeout. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I just called Chad and was like, what's going on? And I don't know. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were joking, but he was. I rewatched the video part, the first half of it, and he gave. He's all, well, whoever you don't want in here, just block them when they come. So it's like, well, hell, maybe they just didn't want me in there. William, I'm going. I should be back in Springfield on Monday to start doing the classes on Tuesday, and then Friday I should be good to go. And if it works out, it looks like I'm gonna get John from the forum here, or from the chat, as my first student if it all works out. You were cooking and wasn't paying attention. It was, I told Chad that you need a wrench. No. Yeah, to stop the deleting me. Yeah, I mean it was funny. It was funny. Um, Other than, I can only get a couple words in because I had to do it when I would stop, or at a light or whatever. And I couldn't say anything because every time I freed up I would just get blocked. My favorite. You're heading into Denver. Okay, so you're I-80 to the 25. You're gonna go down. I heard Denver's a mess, that it's buried. That's what I heard. I didn't check Denver because I'm 100 miles south of Denver, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? They're gonna have me. I bet you pick up in Denver to take a load to Springfield. Yeah, it was funny. I was watching Honey Badger 101's live the other night, and one of her mods blocked a bunch of people. She was pissed. She took everyone's wrench away. Yeah, sometimes the mods go nuts and just start, or you might have one that just don't like anybody or anything. They just start blocking everybody. We were doing backing practice in class during a rainstorm. My shoes got soaked, and so did my rain jacket. I highly recommend bringing a pair of shoes that can absorb water because you're out here, you'll get rained on a few times and step in puddles. I have a pair of water. Both my shoes are waterproof. Hi, Swade. How you doing? Will you be leasing or a company driver when you're training? I'm planning on leasing, William, but I'm not gonna sit there for extra days to lease. So if I can't get leased onto a truck and do the training, then I'll just do the training and go into lease once I get a little money saved up. My TNT is picking me up tomorrow. Any words of advice? He sounds really cool from the convo on the phone. Um, yeah, make sure he answers every question you have. Ask questions, and make sure you get backing done. That don't let them. Oh, okay. You know what? Pull over here. I'll take the load in. Type nonsense. You need practice backing that truck up. And in these shippers and receivers, 90% of the time they're easy backs. Aldi, all three Aldis were a nightmare. And I just had a nightmare one the other day, or like two in a row the other day, Friday. But ask questions, have them teach you the Qualcomm, how to scan bills, Atlas, everything. When you get off that truck, you want to know everything. Um, I was thinking today about my trainer, and he was supposed to have 7 years experience with Prime training and everything. And I thought to myself, he used to always tell me when I would ask him, Oh, have you been on this road? No, I don't know. I don't remember. And every once in a while, he'd be like, oh, I've been to this pilot before. Oh, I've been to this shipper before. And it's like, man, if you were working here 7 years, you'd know some like Crazy Bags. I'll tell him what state I'm going to, and he'll go, oh, you're probably going to here. And he's right. My trainer, he didn't know any of that. So either he's a deadhead or maybe he was just there. Maybe he was new and he didn't want to tell me he was new because he didn't know what the hazmat sign meant. I seen one and I don't know what that is. And I thought about it and said, wait a minute, that's hazmat, HM. And then you got HC, which I think is hazmat cargo. Indoor plumbing. What's the deal with that? Are you peeing in the truck? Oh man, I got like 3 bottles over here I got to get rid of tomorrow because I don't know what it was on the way here, man. Well, I think I drank too much water. But you'll learn you'll learn to love all kinds of things. Um, Something other than a burger or Subway, like a meatloaf or something to eat. Hey, Vapes, how you doing? I'm gonna next time I go shopping. Once I get a bigger refrigerator, when I go shopping, they're like $4.99. It's a packet and it's got potato, bell pepper. It's just a mix that you add eggs to. And with my little electric skillet, which I used this morning to cook hamburger, it didn't act up one time. With my little, I can make it and then put the leftovers in bags and then just heat that up in the microwave. Yeah, but I'm not leaving them on the ground in truck stops. Yeah, thank God. Please, nobody do that. That's just making, I walk around looking at truck drivers now and I think scumbag. I shouldn't think that way. And I didn't think that way when I first started this job. But now every damn truck driver I look at, I picture them throwing trash on the ground. It's like it's ridiculous. I'm buying a mini porta potty for my truck when I'm done. Yeah, if you do that, I would use it for emergencies only. Otherwise, you're going to be carrying that stupid thing in the bathrooms all the time. And I don't, I think you only be able to do that at rest areas. I don't think they would let you take them into pilots and stuff like that. It's just not sanitary. Your trainer knew all that stuff and was just being a jerk and didn't share that uh, with what he knew. No, I don't think he knew it. Because he would always say, "Oh yeah, these other guys, they always want to talk about, driving through this on this highway, that highway." He goes, "Man, I don't know none of that stuff. I go cross country back and forth. I don't know any of these. I don't pay attention to them." And then the fact that he used to always not be able to or have to make U-turns and stuff because instead of looking at the last mile and Google Earthing it, he would just drive to the pick up or drop off and not know where the entrance is and sit and have to turn around. It's like that's like rookie crap, man. That's probably why I was doing that when I first started. And then I realized, well, you know what? I've got these other tools here I can, do. You should be sleeping. Yeah, I'm going to be going to bed here in a minute. Oh, David, I've been wanting to discuss a movement about picking up trash. Yeah, I mean, good luck with that. I ain't picking up no one's piss bottles. But that's something that needs to be brought up to Black Smoke Matters. They want to do this, that, and the other. I was going to make a video and hopefully somebody get it to them. But that's something that needs Black Smoke Matter needs to address, you know, and these truck stops need to start doing something about it. You can use an RV toilet dumping area. Yeah, Ralph, but getting a 80-foot truck into those places are a little hard. Generally, in a truck, you want to be able to carry it, carry it somewhere. And some truck stops have those RV dumps because they cater to RVs. You just have to walk it over there. I've seen a couple trucking videos about picking up trash. Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, I've picked up uh, washer fluid and oil cans, on my way to the trash can, but I ain't touching no bags of poop. For example, try to get prime drivers, pick up some trash for a minute, and hopefully it will catch on. Well, my trainer was a prime driver, and he used to throw trash right out the window while we're driving down the interstate. And you got prime drivers, going in and eating dinner, leaving their truck in the fuel island. So prime drivers are no better than freaking everybody else. That I remember I was driving the very first time my trainer was opening a bag of something and it, peeled the wrapper off of it. The window went down and right out the window. I was like stunned. I was in shock. I hope I don't get him as a trainer if I go to Prime. Trust me, you'll know it's him within the first week and just get off his truck. If you feel your trainer's not doing their job, just get off their truck. Get off their truck. Wear gloves, yeah. Yeah, I'd only use the porta potty in emergencies. Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you what, today I wish I had one. I had an emergency pop up when when I made the hamburger this morning. I normally would dump the grease in a empty water bottle or whatever. And I don't know why I just scooped grease right into my plate and I ate it and I thought to myself, damn, and I put my sauces and stuff on and I thought that was kind of greasy. Driving over here, all of a sudden, boom, I thought I was gonna die. I man, I just made it. Let's just put it that way. Exactly, Suede. Yeah, when we take our dogs out, we have those little bags I shove in my pockets. Can't you say poop? Dave, you will make a good trainer. Well, thanks, Ralph. I'm hoping I will. Well, I don't see why I wouldn't because if I don't know something, if the student asks me something, I'm like, damn, I don't know. I'm gonna find out immediately, even if I have to call dispatch, or Chad or Bags. Um, I'm not gonna just go, I don't know, and just leave it at that and let them fend for themselves. and I want them to know. I want when they leave my truck, I want them to be able to run. Now during PSD, I'm gonna work on, let's do everything to get your CDL. Once you hit TNT, then you'll go ahead and do everything else. But I don't want to overload somebody in PSD and then they fail their pre-trip or something because they're thinking of other things. I mean, they'll touch on it and whatnot, but not hardcore. How many number two emergencies have you had on the truck? Twice. That was the second time. The first time I almost thought I was gonna have to pull over on the side of the freeway. I was scoping out trees, let's put it that way. But this time I was hurting, but I made it okay because the truck stop was coming up fairly quickly. Laughing my ass off. I don't know why I said stuff. I was just tired. I think you'll get make a good train. Oh, thanks, Carla. I pick her shit up. How's that? Yeah, there you go. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care to deal with an OTR trainer. So I've got myself a warehouse gig for a Chicago area logistic company and plan to drive for them starting in May. Oh, there you go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. You will be great, David. I have all the faith in the world in you. You have a good attitude and a positive outlook on training. Thank you, Grunt. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I mean, I got to say, I'm a little nervous about the lease deal, but the training, I'm not nervous at all. Once I talk to somebody about uh, what we're actually going to do on the pad, because I got to learn, when we do pad training and all that good stuff. But I see on the Prime app you can reserve the pad. Well, I know you do it like the day before you test out, so they got it right in their head. But I know before you go out for training on a PSD student, you've got to do 4 hours. I thought it was 4 hours of pad, but Bag said it could be pad driving up and down the interstate and all that. But thanks, Wade. You know, you know, my trainer pretty much, I kind of liked it when we started doing our backing maneuvers. He said, you know what, I'm going to just get out and watch, make sure you don't hit shit. He goes, but let's see what you can do without any advice on anything. And I pretty much, I think the only thing he had to work on me with is I would straight line back too fast. And I would tend to snake the truck in because of it. All my backing maneuvers were too fast. So he just kind of had to work on me slowing down, and then, you know, the whole get out and look thing. It's like, dude, I can see there's I'm not going to just get out and look. So I learned that, yeah, get out and, you know, get out and look to get out and look. But the one thing I told him when we first started together is about reading signs. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to make sure you're reading the signs. And he never, when I'm training, I'm going to randomly pop up with what that sign say. You know, and if you're not, if you can't tell me, I'm going to bug the shit out of you about signs. Okay, how about that sign? How about that? You better start reading signs, you know, because signs are the most important thing out here to see so you don't get yourself into trouble. Um, I would say you've got to know how to back decent, you know, because you'll learn as you do it. But reading those signs and navigating are, I think, the more important thing, because you can really get yourself into trouble not navigating properly. And what sucks is I'm going to be without my Rand McNally when I first go into my first student, which is bugging the hell out of me. But Rand McNally offered, if I send in that GPS, they're going to send me the tablet version, because they won't have the problem my GPS is having, which they haven't they haven't come up with a fix for it yet. So I got to send it to them, and it's going to take about a week for them to send it back, and I'm only going to be in Springfield for 4 days. I really would like to send it now, and that way it would get there, but I just can't get to a UPS, you know, because they gave me a UPS form. But maybe I'll when I shut down tomorrow, because I'm only gonna have like 5 hours to drive tomorrow. And if they unload me quick, I'll still be early. Maybe I'll see if there's a UPS store where I can just Uber over there. You can't wait to see training videos. I'll be great. Thanks. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to do videos. That's you know, hopefully the student will be cool with that. You know, if they don't want to be on film, that's fine. I'll still make videos of them backing and things like that. You just won't see them in the truck. And I'll make the promise of, you know, if you look like a complete jackass, I'm not going to post it. I'm not into that. I'm not into making someone look stupid. You know, if you're screwing up a lot, you know, I mean, unreasonable, you're going to screw up some. But if it's you know, if it takes you 4 hours to get into a spot, I'm not going to, you know, sit there and go, it took them 4 hours, and all that nonsense. It's, hey, man, you did a good job. Most important thing isn't how long it takes, it's that you don't hit nothing. You bought the 740 TND today? Yeah, Wade. Unfortunately, that's the one that's having a problem. And that's why they're not going to give me another one of those, because I didn't want it. But basically, what it will do, what it might do, and mine didn't do it till I did an update. Whenever you shut it off, you have to run GPS repair to make it work again, which takes about 6, 7, 8 hours when you're hotspotting it off your phone. About an hour if you're on Wi-Fi at a truck stop. And randomly, it will, you know, about a week or two after you do that, when you put the zip code in, it'll stop switching over. So you have to start using the city. which is fine. But then a week or two after that, you'll just be driving, it'll randomly go dead, and now you have to run repair again. Now, not saying yours is going to do that. It's just mine got a corrupt file in it, and they don't know how to fix it yet. So they're going to just give me the 7-inch tablet. But I love the 740 TND. I love the way it works. I love its accuracy and everything. I really like it. The way it finds truck stops. Now, one thing about that, Suede, if you're looking for a truck stop and you don't see one where you want one to be, use Trucker's Path. Trucker's Path has more truck stops in it than the Rand McNally. Well, I'll say this: it has more of the little independent truck stops, and it will list like restaurants that have truck parking and things like that. I've been Cotton Eyed Joe. Cotton Eyed Joe. There's got to be a story behind that, but I've been doing good, man. Hey, if any of you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Train me, I'm cool with it. Yeah, I think John's gonna ask when he starts orientation Monday, and he's gonna ask about me training him. At least that's what he says he's gonna do. I mean, he might not. He might change his mind. I think you'd be a great trainer for me, but two guys with bipolar disorder on the same truck, probably not a good idea. No, I'd be throwing you my pills, man. These I'm on 400 milligrams of Lamictal. The best stuff when I first started, it was 200, and we kept upping it until I felt good. I mean, as long as I remember to take my pills, everything's fine. But the weird thing is normally when you stop taking a medication, it takes a few days for it to react. If I forget my medication for one day, I notice it. I'll be touchy about everything, traffic, everything. And then it's like, oh, damn, take the medication. Trucker's Path is my friend already. Okay. Yeah, see, I only use it as a backup, which I'll be using it when I send in my Rand McNally, because the Navgo Qualcomm doesn't really bring up truck stops that well. I mean, it'll bring you up like one or two. It's like, what the hell? You're on 300 milligrams of Lamictal, same stuff. Yeah, that stuff saved my life, my marriage, everything. I've been on it for I think 6 or 7 years now, but yeah, that was bad. You're stable too, yeah, absolutely. One of my things, which was weird, was of course, the anger crap, but then I would get into this. I guess that was the depression part where I thought I would think my wife and daughter were talking about me behind my back, bad stuff, and I'd just get all creeped out, which was weird. I didn't even realize that was part of the bipolar until I took the medication, and I never thought that again. Other than when my daughter got a boyfriend, I knew they were talking, and I kept saying, "What's up?" Oh, it's girl talk, because she didn't want to tell me she had a boyfriend quite yet. My recruiter mentioned it since I used you as a referral. I told him if you were available and we got asked along, that'd be great. Yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, um, I don't know. I know I got John's phone number. We gotta talk, but I can't see me not. I got along with my trainer, who I know freaking hated me. So I couldn't think I couldn't get along with it just about anybody. As long as I'm on the medication, man, I can get along with anybody. Um, Unfortunately, though, when I'm on the medication, people are kind of able to walk on me a little bit, which is not cool. My wife tells me every now and again, you need to stop taking that for a week and go take care of business, when we're having a problem with something, because I'll let them walk on me. And, I quit taking the medication. I was the guy that used to, would jump on desks and, almost go to jail because I'd get out of control. That's not what the other tater said. Bipolar is nothing to play with. My neighbor has it. Yeah, it's not. It isn't. It isn't. If you take your meds, it's manageable. If you don't, then you go cray, cray, cray. Absolutely, man. And you know, a lot of people start thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't need these drugs anymore. Um, and my psychiatrist or whatever the hell he is from California, before I was about a month before I was getting ready to move, he said he wanted to start backing me off to a lower dosage. And so when I got here, I went ahead and told my new doctor, hey, I'll need to back, you know, we're going to back. And they said, yeah, go ahead, whatever you want, you know, and see how it works. Well, I backed off to 200 milligrams and I went right back to 4, which is odd for somebody taking a medication, you know, like that, for them to know, no, you know what, that ain't working. But right when I backed off of it, I just got nailed with a bunch of problems at home. So it was the wrong time to try to back off on medication. If John gets you, that will be great. Also, I like John. I'm just ready to get trained up. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Rich, how you doing? But you know, I might goof around on here all the time and everything, but I'm not. You know, as soon as a student gets on the truck, man, it's all business, all business. Um, until we're done for the day. Then it's, you know, everyone have fun. You know, time to play. You know, I ain't gonna sit and goof around during the day. Go down that street. I know there's a low bridge. I want to scare the hell out of them. No, that ain't gonna happen. I don't think. Well, you know what? At one point in time, my trainer, we went to Seattle, Salt Lake City, and they had him do a safety class. They paid him $200 to do a safety class, but it was just driving the simulator, which is a joke. But I don't think they do. He had to do a logs class before he could train again after me, um, because I had to, being in Salt Lake City, they don't have a logs class. I had to call Springfield's logs person and go over logs. After I realized I didn't know how to do logs, I went ahead when I got home to Springfield. I went in on my own time and took the logs class. And then, like I always told you guys, you know, every couple of weeks I'd call logs, my log, you know, you have your own log person. And I would call her and say, hey, how am I doing? What's going on here? And she would go, okay, you're doing, you know, you're basically, it was I kept doing too much on duty time. Um, too much on duty time. Than I did was doing more than I needed to. And I've already asked my logs person a couple other questions just to make sure, knowing that I'm going to train. But I'll be doing another logs class as the trainer on how to train for logs. But you know, because there's some funky stuff I do that I know retired DOT. I wonder where he's been, but he's seen me post it in a post and he's sent me messages saying, that is no, 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 no. And unfortunately, I had to reply, yes, 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 because I know it's legal. And I've even um, verified that it's legal because I mean, it freaks people out. There's no message board out there that says what I'm doing is legal. What's weird is you just said that. Wait, you said that get to where you think you need to the meds. So did okay? Let me see. That's weird. You just said that get to where you think you need done. Oh, didn't need the meds. So did my neighbor. Yeah, that's bad. You don't do that without letting your doctor know, and you know, because they don't want you on high dosages because it's not good for you over a long period of time. Um, so they will try to wean you down on it, but they need to monitor you, make sure everything's good. Fortunately, I monitor myself if, be in between doctor's visits, because I told them when I was doing it, hey, you know what, I need, back with my business. Back with my business, it was really bad because all the stress. Um, and I would be like, you know what, I need to, my next appointment's in 3 months. No, I need to come back next week, type deal. And we need to do something here. Super late show. Yep. Yep. Just for a little bit. I'll be hitting the hay here in a minute. But I'm not going to be driving much tomorrow. I've got an hour 33 and I only get 5 hours. So I'm going to have 6 hours and 33 minutes tomorrow. And obviously I can't drive 6:33 because, unless I know I'm going to have parking. So I'll probably, drive 5 hours maybe. Um, Whoa, man, I did 638 miles today. Damn. Okay. 638 miles. How the hell did I do that? What time did I shut down last night? 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ah, okay. Some of the miles are from yeah, yesterday the morning when I shut down. Okay, because I was gonna say there was only supposed to be like 400 miles left. Now that I thought about it. Yeah, actually, Suede, at first it was when I first looked at it, but they're really easy now. I mean, very easy. My biggest problem is I always forget to change to off duty after I fuel and I go run in to do something. So every time I come back to the truck, I got to edit my logs. Or when I get to a shipper or receiver, I leave myself on duty, but so I got to edit the logs. You just put a note in there why you edited it, and my logs have been looked at twice by DOT, level one inspections, and the one guy said, "Ooh, you got close right there," and I said, "Yeah, I did. I think I was like within 3 minutes." Um, but I've never had a problem. David, did you have to get your CDL permit in your home state before you went to Salt Lake? Yeah, I had to take a DOT physical and get the permit. And then when you get to Salt Lake, you take the physical again, um, and then run with your permit from your home state. What's happening, Legend Killer? They tried saying I was bipolar. Took lithium for years. Really? Huh? They tried saying you were, so you don't think you were bipolar. I mean, that's a hard thing to misdiagnose, I would think. Um, all you gotta I mean, you just gotta tell the doctor. Well, I always went, except the very first time my wife goes with me whenever I go. um and she would tell them, because I have a bad habit of going, oh, I don't know, everything's good when everything's not good. So she'd always go with me to let him know what's up. My wife still has what is it, PTSD from before. She still does things now because she's afraid I'm gonna go nuts like I used to way back when. It's like, I haven't done that in 5 years. How are you still hiding this stuff? Well, good night, all. I'm gonna crash out. Got a long drive to Springfield tomorrow. All right, Grunt, have fun. Be safe tomorrow. Hey, buddy, I'm new to driving, but I actually just got robbed, and I was wondering if you pack some heat like you carry a firearm. A car full of teens pulled up and held me up at gunpoint. No, you're not allowed to at Prime. Most companies aren't going to let you because of the different rules of going into states. I just give them the money, man. I mean, you shouldn't be carrying too much money. If they didn't have a gun, I'd jump out of the truck with some things I have in here and start hooking them up. Uh, Yes, that's the part, remembering to change it. Yeah, it was terrible. I tried to report it, but the police say it's not worth it. How much did you lose? Yeah, Legend Killer. I must be hot on threads. Yeah, no, I actually did 62 today because I was running. I only had so many hours to run, and I wanted to get all the way here, which So all 24 of us will leave here now and reconvene tomorrow. Yeah, no kidding. I'm going to have to hang the ELD around my neck to make sure to log correctly. You'll start doing it. I mean, I only screw it up every once in a while. I'll forget. I pretty much remember. Um, I do the fueling a certain way, which I don't like saying some of the stuff where it's getting recorded. Although this looks like it's probably going to be a deleted recording if the video is bad. I do get bad anxiety at times, though. Yeah, that can be a bitch. Before I was diagnosed, I used to, when I was working in an appliance business for a company, man, I used to get such bad anxiety. I would just drip sweat from my pits, man. It was crazy. Now you be careful. You can't drive a truck if you're on Xanax or anything like that, which is a lot of times what they'll give you for anxiety. I know they gave it to me, but I never took it because I didn't feel I needed it. The first sign of bipolar is not thinking you're bipolar. Oh yeah, my wife would tell me I was bipolar for years and beg me to go to the doctor. Um, and I'd be like, "You're nuts." That sucks. They got your wallet. It's like take the money, but don't take my wallet. It was just in the middle of Nevada. Wow. See, and I park in some pretty dicey areas all the time. I just close my curtains and try not to get out of the truck when I'm in these crazy areas. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, or I heard wasp spray works great for putting somebody down by some old school truckers. And hey, man, it's just a bug killer. So I keep forgetting to get some of that. I'm in Colorado, Mickey, sitting on the street in front of my 90 Coca-Cola. Fly spray works. Yeah, I don't think any of those sprays would probably, work because they got the stuff in them. You're bipolar and ADHD. You're double whammy. Yeah, I had a touch of ADHD. One of the well, wait a minute. Big time. I had major OCD. It's better now that I'm taking that medication, which was, my doctor's like, that's just weird that helped that because it really isn't for it. But I used to sit at a fuel pump, and I would, if I had to drop a little gas on the floor to make the numbers right, I would. Um, I built a car, a 67 Nova, and I welded quarter-inch welding wire around all the doors, around the edge of the trunk, hood, everywhere. And I took a gapping tool that I made out of wood and I ground it down so those gaps were perfect. I mean, it would freak people out at car shows. They were like, that new Novas, they were like, what the hell? These gaps are, usually this big and off and everything else. But it took me 2 years to get that body straight enough to where I thought it was done because the OCD was killing me. Skunk spray. Yeah, wasp spray, man, is supposed to be really good. 30 feet, wow. I would have fought back, but it's not worth losing my life. I was a staff sergeant in the United States Marine Corps, and I drove trucks for about 8 years. It's damn shame we can't carry. Yeah, it is big time a shame. We can't protect ourselves out here. But you just bring, have some stuff on here that's just not, you know, really a weapon. Like, I have some stuff. But but yeah, no, somebody with a gun, they're gonna get everything. They're just trying to be a jackass and think they're gonna strong arm me. They're gonna get a fight on their hands. It's like, no, that ain't happening. Not happening at all. What do we got over there? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you for your service. Exactly. My nephew was in the Marines for a few years. He's been to Iraq. He met his wife there. She is in the Oh, what the hell is she in? They wear the hat and the brown or um, khaki colored uniform, a cattle prod. Yeah, you know, they have those flashlights with the stun guns on the end of them. Um, I don't know if those are you know, if those are allowed to be on the truck though. Cattle prod would probably, you know, because they're long, you can stay away from them. You don't have to get up close and personal. One of the big things, man, is don't make eye contact with people because that will get them to want to talk to you. Like that one guy in Gary, Indiana. I thought he was another truck driver, and he turned out just to be a freaking hoodlum. And as soon as I realized that, and he started looking down at my go bag because I just came out of the shower, I knew what he was doing. He's trying to see what was in it, if there's anything good. And I basically just said, don't even, no. And I turned around and walked to my truck. Um, but you know, that I think if I had have sat there and talked to him, I think I would have lost my go bag, which he would have got my dirty underwear and socks and you know, pants and shirt, some soaps. So he wouldn't have scored very well. But you got a stun gun, yeah. The big thing is you got to remember to take it with you when you go, you know, because you might think, oh, I'm going to just run into the bathroom here at the truck stop, and you don't take it, and then you get screwed. I had an incident at a rest area, and ever since then, I don't use the bathroom at night unless I absolutely have to, and I make sure I have something to protect myself with. Haha, I'm an old school Marine, 1991 to 99. Okay, served with the best and never thought that some teens would ever do this. It's upsetting the lack of respect and discipline nowadays. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, man. And lotion. That's right. I'll squirt them with freaking lotion right in the eye. It's a flashlight with the belt clip. There you go. I got to get a new flashlight. My flashlight broke, which sucked because this was a driver count load and they wouldn't let me on the dock. So simply before I closed the door, it's the pallets are all the same size. So all I had to do is count the pallets and then, you know, there's X amount on each pallet. I couldn't see how many pellets there were because, you know, in the trailer it got dark as it got forward. And I went to use my light, it turned on and then went out, and now it's jacked. I got to get a new one. So I just let claims know that they wouldn't let me on the dock. So I couldn't count the product. I've got a can of mace in my car, planning to have that and other stuff on the truck. Yeah, be careful with mace. It loses its potency after a while. So if you keep it for a long time, it might not work. You too, Swade. Tell Richard to be safe also. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night too, guys. I'm freaking tired. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I just wanted to check in, say howdy. I'm still alive. I got a recorded video that I got to go through and put up, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. Ooh. But yeah, so you guys have a good night, man, and I'll probably be on here sometime tomorrow. Well, I got 5 hours to drive. This is gonna pick. Yeah, sometime tomorrow. I'll be on earlier tomorrow for sure. And thanks, guys. Anyone that hit the like button on your way out, hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, man. And yeah, definitely everybody be safe. And hey, you know what? There's no such thing as a stupid question, just stupid mistakes. I used to say that at the end of my very first videos because I love that comment. I got to start saying that again because it's true. All right, man. We'll talk to you guys later. Let's see. I can never figure out how to shut this thing off. There it is. And did it end? No. And okay. Let's see.